Welcome in to another fun and exciting project with Adobe Express Beta. This time we're going to stick with recommended and we're going to choose the next thing over, flyer. So let's browse the templates. You see there's thousands of templates here, and just keep scrolling until I find I like this. So let's start with that. I'm going to actually go to a website to get my event information. Instead of a flyer for a wellness workshop, I want to do a flyer for the San Francisco Bicycle Coalition Learn to Ride event. Okay, and it's really a great idea to pick an event that exists, because that way you can get all the information, like the time, the place, the name of the event, all that stuff perfectly correct and not have to worry about typing or making mistakes. You can just copy and paste. Right? So for instance, I'm going to copy the word learn and go back over here to my flyer page, and I'm going to tap into where it says create, and I'm just going to paste learn, and there it is. I could do the same thing with ride, but I think I can just type that as well. And then it's learn to ride, so I need to get in here and change that little symbol to the word to. It's a little crowded, so we're going to grab that and move it over into its space where you can read it better. Go get some more information, like, let's see, the date here, copy that, and head back over to my flyer. Since I have a date there, I'm going to put that. Now this date is actually a group, and I can see over here on the left it says group, so I'm going to tap ungroup. And I'm going to make this simpler. I'm going to get rid of that one. So now I just have the piece here with the date, and I'm going to paste in my date, which looks like that. And I need the time as well, so that's right down here. Copy that, bring it over, and just paste it in there. So now the date and the time are in a box together. I'm going to fix up the alignment a little bit, so there they are, nice and neat. And I'm going to do that with all the rest of the words that I need here from the flyers. I'm not going to make you watch all that. I'll get it all done and come back to you in a second. All right, so here I have all the information in there that I want. I'm actually going to get rid of the QR code because that's a bit more advanced than where we are today. And there's my beginning of my flyer. All the information is there, but I have this pink background and these yellow flowers. I'm sure I can find something that relates more to bicycling. So let's start by looking at what these are. So this is an image. All right, great. So we're going to tap on either elements or media. Let's try elements. And we're going to go to icons and type bicycle. Okay, I get some nice bicycle icons. I'm going to pick something here. Let's see. What do I like? I like the ones where I can see the spokes. So I'm going to pick this one. And I'm going to make it a lot bigger just by grabbing a corner and stretching it out. I'm going to put it down here in the bottom and kind of rotate it a little bit. Maybe like that. So it's kind of coming up onto my flyer area. Maybe I can make it even bigger and move it in this space there. I don't want it on top of the flowers, so I'm going to open up my layers and find the flowers. So let's just pick that one and hit delete, and we'll get the next one, which is that one, and hit delete there too. And while I'm at it, let's get rid of all the flowers. and go find some more bicycle things. So what do bicycles have? Bicycles have chains usually. Let's try bicycle chains. Quite what I want, so we'll just try bicycle chain. All right, this is looking better. Oh, I like these shapes that it makes. It's super cool. So let's pick this one, and I'll put it over here in this space. Make it big enough so it kind of goes off the edge. Rotate it a bit, and move it around. I get something I like. And let's get one more. What else do bicycles have? Well, we wear helmets when we ride bikes, so let's try helmets. Oh, only one, so let's try helmet. There we go. Lots of options for a bicycle helmet. Maybe that one could work well. And where do I want to put that? Let's maybe move this down. And we'll stick this up here. And this one I think I'll make smaller. I kind of like that. Okay, and now I have black images or black icons on a pink background. Let's see if we can make this a little bit more inviting for bicycling, for everybody to bicycle. So we're going to pick the background color, which is the pink right now. And we're going to look at some other colors. I kind of like this dark blue. And when I pick the dark blue, the black icons are much harder to see. So let's try and brighten them up. So pick the icon, and we're going to go look for a nice, bright, happy color like that. Okay, and I think I'll do them all the same, so I can pick more than one at a time. Tap on the fill and go to my more colors. And it was this one. And I can say, okay, that might be what I want, but I might say, well, maybe that's too much of that color, and I could balance it out with a different color. So let's say I like the bicycle that way, but maybe I'll pick the chain. And we'll try something to make it a little different. Do that one. And then I might say, hey, I like that color a lot. Actually move it down a little bit. I want to bring that over into the words. So let's just highlight learn, tap on its fill color, and we'll make it that same color. And maybe also with ride. And I can go either way, same color, or the other color, the greenish color, or the bluish color. I'm not really sure what I want here. Actually, I think I do now. I'm going to stick with blue on this one, and then I'm going to pick a little word in the middle there, and it's going to be the other color. That color. Right, so now I've got my flyer. I'm pretty much happy with this. And I want to think, maybe I could do some other things. So let's take this and see where we can go with it. So what I'm going to do is actually duplicate it. So I'm going to go over to the ad and hit duplicate page. So now I have two of them. You want to see them both, you can tap on the pages up there, and there they both are. So let's just pick this one. And I'm going to try this a whole different way. I'm not going to use the icons, so let's get rid of those. Instead, I'm going to pick a picture for the background. Okay, so we'll go to media, we'll go to photos, and bicycle. And there's going to be lots of pictures of bicycles. I actually want try this. So the bicycle is just a little part of it, but the nice little bike lane icon is really cool. And if I make it super big, I can really feature that as the main thing in my flyer. maybe this. Okay, but now it's on top of everything. I need to get all my words back, so let's just drag this all the way to the bottom. And got a bit of a mess, right? So I'm going to rearrange a bunch of things here so that I can see everything. So I'm actually going to take the title and ungroup it. And then we're going to take learn, move that down there, to and ride. So they're all separate pieces now. They don't fit, so I need to make some changes. But before I change all that, let's get everything else sorted out. Oops, I don't want to make that smaller. I want to make it on 2 lines. You can zoom in either by using your Command or Control plus, or you can use this menu up here. All right, so now I can see that edge. I'm going to slide that over until I get it on 2 lines. Actually, I'm going to put a return in before SF and do it like that. Now I'm going to move this over this area and change it so that it is aligned on the other side. Maybe like that. And I'll do the same thing with this part here. And we're going to swap that around. So it looks like this. Bring it into this space, and I want to make it a little, sorry, a little smaller so it's not touching the line. And I think I might make this one a little smaller too. So just grab the corner, pull it. Okay, that's looking good. And I'm going to get the date, slide it down there, and the address is going to go over there. Alrighty, and let's flip the address so that it's also that, and bring it over. Great. Okay, now I need to really focus on learn to ride, and I'm going to pick a different font and a different color. So let's look through my fonts. So I know I want learn to ride to fit all together here, so it needs to be something narrower. And I've got lots of options here, or you can also just open up the list here. And there's loads and loads and loads. And actually the one I want, I think, is going to be finesse. Okay, that's a lot narrower than the other one, so that looks good. And I want to do exactly the same thing to ride. So I can actually come over here and just type in finesse and get that one to show up. Okay, so now learn and ride are similar. And when I'm moving things around, these pink lines show up, which really help me to make sure things line up with each other and it all fits together. Okay, so I've still got 2, and you know what I want to do? I want to make this a number. So I'm going to make that a number 2, and it's going to be bigger. And I might just keep this font. It looks kind of fun. Okay, so let's slide that down right between learn and ride. That looks pretty good, and just bring ride in a little bit too. Great. All right, I'm going to make learn and all of these learn to ride are all going to be white. So we can just pick all of them, make them white. And then I want them to pop off the background a little bit more. So I'm going to go down here and pick learn and shadow, and I'm going to try strong. Looks pretty good, but the shadow is a strange gray color, so let's try black. Yeah, it looks good. And then we'll do the same thing with ride, strong, and black, and also for do. Strong. Great. All right, and then, so when you zoom out a lot, you should always, go back and look at the whole page, so you can do zoom to fit all, or it's Command or Control 0. So there's that. Now, things are looking pretty good, except I can't really read the words at the bottom. So let's zoom in on those and see what we can do. Okay. I'm going to try adding a shape. I want to add a rectangle. And the rectangle is going to go right about where those words are. All the way across. And obviously I can't see anything now because the rectangle is on top. So we're going to slide the rectangle down so it's right above the picture. Well, now the words are really easy to read, but it looks a little clunky. I think I can do something better here. So I'm going to grab that rectangle and I'm going to adjust the opacity, which lets me see the picture through it. So it just slightly darkens the picture, making the words easier to read and still allows me to see the details in the picture. That looks pretty good. Let's zoom back out and take a look. All right, yeah. I'm pretty happy with this one. And now maybe I'm like, great, I've got two very different flyers happening, and suddenly my client or my club or whoever I'm doing this for comes back to me and says, no, we need one for kids too. Right? This is all nice, but we're going to have another Learn to Write event just for kids, so no problem. Let's duplicate the page, and I'm going to pick the picture, and I'm going to replace it. So I want to go over to Image, hit Replace, and I'm just going to bring up a bunch of photos, and we're going to put bicycle again, I guess. And I could, swipe through forever and ever all these many, many pictures that are here. Or maybe I could change, actually I see the one I want. I could change my words. I want this one right here, but let's see if we do kids bicycle, what we get. All right, more kids. Now, that one's not showing up, but maybe if we do bicycle helmet here, we'll get it. There he is. All right, so I want to replace with this one. So I'm going to do this, and boom. So it's kind of in there, sort of overlapping the words a little bit. So I want to just move it over like this so that the words have some space, but we still see this lovely child's face and super exciting emotion for riding a bike. And then we can make a little bit of adjustments with these two, just using my arrow keys to bring them down. I could try them there. I could bring this one up. Maybe put it over the green background, bring this one down a little bit, make it a little bit bigger. Maybe I want to change the way the words are arranged like that, and then make it bigger. It's too far down. Okay. All right, so very quickly, I have a whole new flyer just for kids. All right, so now I have three. Right, I have the original flyer with the bicycle icons. I've got the flyer with the bike lane picture, and I've got this lovely flyer for the Kids Learn to Ride event. Oh, one more thing I want to do on this one is this red helmet. It's just amazingly vibrant. So let's bring some of that into the words. So we're going to pick Learn. I'm going to use the eyedropper to go get that red color. Boom. And same thing on Ride. Pick the eyedropper and hit the red color. I can either hit it on the helmet or I can hit it on the word Learn to make sure it's exactly the same. And now I have it. There you have it. It's much different than this one, yet they definitely feel similar to each other. So with very, quick little changes, you can create new flyers, versions of flyers, replace things, maybe improve, what you've already done, or answer your clients' questions about, well, what if I did it differently, and show a range of possibilities. So I know you're super creative. I can't wait to see the flyers you create and share.